The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost. Bank account for better. Sign up today at edge.bet. Code SGPN. When you do sign up, you get a free Refs or Terrorist t-shirt. Claim your shirt at sportsgamblingcom/refs. We're also brought to you by NYA Bets. Get a $25 free bet for the Belmont by going to nyabets.com/SGPN25. Promo code SGPN25. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It is currently Friday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on June 6th, here to break down the games for Saturday. Our first episode, Scott Reichel, once again joined by Dylan Rockford together. We're going to break down the games for Saturday. Dylan, we had one game so far today, which nobody paid attention to, but if you did, the Rays did win. I'll ask you, though, how's it going with you?
I'm doing good. It's hot over here, but you know who's not hot? The Marlins. They stink.
They're hot. They're hot temperature-wise, just not performance-wise.
Yeah, not performance-wise, exactly. So, yeah, I was able to catch a little bit of the game, but tough loss for the Marlins. And by the way, I was going to ask you. I know we're in the Super Regionals for college baseball. Are you following it or no?
Vaguely, Adam roped me into a free bet that we're sharing.
Nice.
So let's go North Carolina, and I saw they won by like 40 today. So that's what I like to see.
I'm rooting for Coastal Carolina. I got a little family in Myrtle Beach, but they got a tough matchup against Auburn, so who knows?
The only thing that I was really keeping tabs on was North Carolina because they destroyed Arizona today. Mm-hmm. And I know that Little Rock forced a deciding game and then blew a 5-1 lead against LSU. That's the only two things I know about the College World Series.
Paying any attention to softball? It's the final. We got Texas versus Texas Tech, which is pretty cool.
The only thing that I knew about was Oklahoma losing. That was it.
Yeah.
Which is a shock in itself. But
that pitcher for Texas Tech, she's a beast. She got another 7-figure NIL deal. So it pays to stay in college, I guess.
If you're a women's softball player, definitely. Because I can't name one professional women's softball league, let alone player. So
yeah,
feels weird seeing Oklahoma not in the softball final. But overall, no. I've never really been a big college baseball guy. I follow it a little bit. Nothing that extreme. I'm more of a college basketball, college, football guy. But that's kind of it for that. But you a big baseball guy or trying to just get into it this season?
I was trying to get into it, but some of my cousins was at the game against East Carolina when they had the whole debacle with Florida at the grounds crew. So they kind of wrote me into it a little bit, but no, normally I've never followed it. But I know Noah does a really good job covering college baseball, but no, I've never really gotten. I want to get into it. It's a tough time because you have the NHL Stanley Cup, you have the NBA Finals as well, and everything that I do with the UFC, it's tough to follow that as well.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty big card coming up for the UFC too.
Right in the backyard. Yeah, right here in Newark.
Looking forward to it. Before we get into any of the games there for the Saturday card, a reminder that you could also check out all of our picks and podcasts for free on the SGPN app. Get all your free picks and podcasts for the Stanley Cup, College Baseball World Series, and NBA Finals. For the, once again, free picks, go to the SGPN app. Get it wherever you do. Get your apps. Moving on, though, to the card for Saturday, starting off with the game between the Cubs and the Tigers. For this one, you have Tyone against Montero. For the money line, Tigers are slight favorites, minus 115. Cubs are plus 105. For the over-under, I see 8.5. Tyone's and Montero have both been fine this season. Tyone, 3.76 ERA. Tigers have seen Montero look okay, 4.02 ERA. Cubs are good on the road. Tigers are good at home, but the Tigers did not look great against the White Sox over the last few days as they ended up splitting, I believe, that 4-game set. I'll ask you, though, for this matchup, I think it'll be a close game no matter what, so I might go with the Cubs just for the potential plus money shopping around. I see minus 104. I think that's a decent price, but I see a close game either way.
Yeah, I agree. Cubs been red hot. Winners of 4 of their last 5. And they've covered the spread also in 4 of the last 5. Detroit, meanwhile, tough loss coming off of extra innings in their last one. And I think the total's a little low. I like the over. I think both pitchers will give up some runs here, especially Montero. I do like the Cubs. I made them a minus 120 favorite. So minus 104. I think with the hotter team, I think a little more consistency as well. So, yeah, I might take the Cubs here, minus 104, and I also lean over as well, over 8.5.
Yep, I think I'll agree with you there about the over as well. Moving on to the next game, matchup between the Blue Jays and the Twins. For this one, you have Gaussman against Paddock, minus 110 apiece. For the over-under, I see it being set at 8 or 8.5. Gaussman, same story every year, which
Yeah.
is a pretty decent overall, I'd say, numbers as a whole, but much better at home than on the road. So we'll see how he does in this one. Paddock, though, has had a pretty interesting season because his ERA is actually okay at 3.58. Only a 2-5 record, though, but he has allowed less than 3 earned runs in at least 5 straight starts. No, it's been 5 exactly. So he's been good lately. Gaussman has been worse on the road, but still pretty decent this season. Thought about the under at 8.5. I think I would go with Minnesota if I had to go for a side because I like them more at home. But I see a close game either way. I'll go with Minnesota winning this game 4-3.
Yeah, Toronto's offense actually has been heating up as well. Boba, I think he's on a 9-game hitting streak. Miles Straw, he's been okay as well. And I think pitching wise, yes, he is better at home. But Kevin Gausman, I do think, is a little better, and I think the bullpen actually has been a little better for Toronto as well. So, meanwhile, Twins, a little inconsistent, I think, offensively. Yes, they do perform better at home. They're 18-8 straight up. But I think Kevin Gausman, I think they have the pitching edge, and offensively, I think with the bats, I also agree with the under. I made my total 8.1. So I do see 8s out there, but also 8.5. So shop around. But I agree on the under 8.5, and I'll actually take the Toronto here.
All right. Moving on to the next game, Dodgers against the Cardinals. For this one, you have Yamamoto against Fetty. Fetty, the season's been kind of up and down. Dodgers, though, are minus 185, and the Cardinals are plus 155. We know the Cardinals are very good at home as they are 20-10. Dodgers, though, only 15-14 away from home. For the over/under in this game, I see 8.5 or 8. And for the run line, I see the Dodgers at minus 1.5 at minus 111. I see the Cardinals plus 1.5 at minus 108. So Yamamoto this season's been good, 6-4, 2.39 ERA. However, he has given up 6 runs in his last 2 starts. Was not good against the Yankees his last time out. In fact, he's actually not been that great over the last month. He had one really good outing against Arizona, and he was pretty good against Cleveland. Besides that, though, he's not been that amazing. He has given up 3+ runs in 3 of his last 5 starts. Fetty, though, we know does not really pitch towards strikeouts, does pitch to a lot of contact. He's been bad at home, 5.2 ERA at home. Was good last start against the Rangers, but the Cardinals have lost 4 straight starts that he's made. I think I might actually consider the over in this game. Yamamoto's been more vulnerable than people might have realized recently, and Fetty, I think, can get shelled by this lineup. I like the over 8, and the line's a bit short, and the Dodgers can break through. Maybe the Cardinals can do something, but I see a decent amount of opportunities for runs in this game. Give me the over 8 in this game.
Yeah, I think Yamamoto as a whole, he's been good. He gives the team length. Strikeouts are good as well. Dodgers offense, I agree on the over. I think the Dodgers offense combined with how good St. Louis is at home, I think we are able to see a high-scoring matchup. Look at the over just look at the series. You don't got to even go the last 10 games with the Dodgers. Look at the Mets series: 6-5, 6-1, 6-5. Like a lot of over games as well. They're 8-2 towards the over. St. Louis at home, 17-12 towards the over as well. And I think Eric Fetty, yes, they've lost 4 of his last 4 starts. So I do think Dodgers win here, but I don't know. I think with 2 solid lineups, I think we'll see a high-scoring matchup. So, yeah, I see 8s out there. Shop around at minus 115. I made my total 8.7. So, yeah, I like the over as my best play here.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game, you have the Phillies against the Pirates. Saw that Harper, I'm assuming he's not going to be playing tonight, but he's still a bit banged up. We'll see if he goes for this game. Either way, though, we know Pittsburgh can hit. They're tied for dead last in the league in runs per game. Suarez, though, goes up against Heaney in a battle of lefties. Philly is minus 180. They've been really bad lately, by the way, over the last week, and the Pirates are plus 150. For the over-under, I see the line being set at about 8.5 or 8. A lot of split lines here.
Yeah.
Ranger, though, has been good. A 4-0, 2.72 ERA. Heaney's been fine, but Philly has also lost, I believe they've lost 6 of their last 7. They have scored less than 3 runs in 3 of their last 4. I'm kind of a totals guy today. I'll go with the under in this one. Suarez has been good. Heaney's fine, but both these teams right now can't hit. So I'll go with the under in the game.
Low-key like Pittsburgh as well, plus 154. I only made the Phillies a minus 140 favorite. I love the under 8.5. My total came out to 7.6. So yeah, Suarez has been good. He keeps runners off the board and off the base path. He's given the Phillies consistent quality starts. And Pirates, they struggle offensively. And Heaney has been good. I like he's much better at home. I like first 5 under a little bit just because I worry about the Phillies bullpen, but I do like the under here. I think two good pitchers and two offenses that are really struggling right now. So lean the home puppy. I think the value has to be with the Pirates. I just worry if they could score enough runs to win this game, but I do like the under 8.5.
Yeah, I think that Pittsburgh might be live in this game, at least for the price. I don't think
Yeah.
180 is fair based on Philly's current form, but I do think the under is the way to go for me. Moving on to the Rangers and the Nationals, you have DeGrom against Mitchell Parker. For this one, the Rangers are at minus 175. The Nationals are plus 145. Rangers keep inventing ways to lose games. They lost on a 2-run infield single yesterday to lose the game. They are 9-21 on the road. Nationals are not a good team, but they're feisty. They are only 2 under at home. Rangers, though, pretty big favorites. The over-under is set at about 8.5. DeGrom, though, has started to regress a bit more. He was good last start. In fact, he has been in good form recently, but he's only had 4 strikeouts in his last 2 starts combined.
Mm-hmm.
So it does seem like he's starting to regress a little bit. I'll put it that way. I can't lay this with Texas on the road. I can't do it. I know DeGrom's really good. I get it. I'll go Nationals money line at plus 145. They're an awful road team. They can hit. I'll take my chances. Give me Washington at plus 145.
I mean, that day, the way you opened it, the way they lost the other night,
It was yesterday.
It was like Little League. It reminds you of Little League, how they're losing some of these games. So I agree. I don't think they should be minus 170, even with Jacob deGrom. Now, when healthy, I think he is one of the most dominant pitchers. And you're right. Nationals at home, they are, they could threaten. They're a little feisty at home. So I do like it. Parker has shown flashes as well. But he has given up 3+ runs in 7 straight games. Total set at 8.5. Kind of like the first 5 over. I think both teams are going to be able to score here, especially early on. Want nothing to do with the Rangers though right now until they turn it around, which I'm not confident that they will. I think Nationals first 5 plus a half, maybe first 5 money line is going to be some nice plus money, but I also like the first 5 over as well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to try to avoid both offenses as much as possible, but I can understand where you're coming from. But yeah, the Rangers are a joke. I can't lay this price with them at this point in time. Moving on to, speaking of jokes, the Braves are taking on the Giants for this one. Braves are plus 145. You have the Giants at minus 175. You have Webb against Elder. We know Webb's been great at home this season. He's good in general every year. Elder has not been very good. For the over-under in this game, I see it being set at 7.5. For the run line in this game, I see the Giants minus 1.5 at plus 130. For the Braves, you have plus 1.5 at minus 156. Giants can't really hit right now, but the Braves stink. So based on that, I'll back Logan Webb at home. Give me the Giants minus 1.5 at plus 130.
Yeah, Webb, I think that's just been a trend from this podcast. And we got to back Logan Webb at home. And Elder, I don't think he's that good, if I'm being honest. And you mentioned it. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, but the Braves offense, they stink. They're very inconsistent right now. They leave a ton of runners in scoring position. And I think the lineup for the Giants has improved in the recent weeks. They have won 3 of the last 5, starting to score a little more runs. They definitely have the pitching advantage here. So I like them. Minus 170 is a little high, but plus 130, I think is a tremendous value on the run line. So at home against a struggling Braves team that's not scoring a bunch of runs, I like the minus 1.5 at home with San Francisco. I also lean under 7.5. My total came out to 7.1. Maybe you want to take the team total under for the Braves, but I think Logan Webb, he shoves here at home.
Yeah, I agree. Before we get into the other games for the card, a reminder, they're brought to you by EdgeBoost. The first ever bank for bettors insuring. All your gambling transactions are approved. No use fees and no minimum cash records as well. 100% approval. For all betting deposits times today, EdgeBoost.member code SGPN. And when you sign up this week, you'll get a free Refs or Terrorists t-shirt. Go to sportsgamble.com/refs to claim your free shirt. We're also brought to you by Fantasy because they're going long for the NBA Finals with their extender bonus. Hop in game one, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. When you sign up, though, for your new account, use the promo code MLBSGPN. You get a special pick and a first-time deposit offer up to $1K in bonus credits on a fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets because you can bet the Belmont Stakes Saratoga, the NYRA Bets. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN25 to get a $25 free bet plus a $200 deposit match bonus. Whether you're a season bettor or you're just getting started, NYRA Bets makes it easy to jump in on the action. The exclusive offer, though, is just for the Belmont Stakes, so don't wait. Join now and claim your free $25 Belmont bet today. NYRABets.com, so SGPN25. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going with the first couple games on the card. Time to keep it rolling with the next game. Diamondbacks are taking on the Reds. Arizona did have the crazy comeback against the Braves yesterday, and they're back to 500. You have Nelson, though, going up against Martinez. Diamondbacks are about minus 115. Reds are about minus 105, and the over-under in this game is set at 9.5. Nelson this season's been fine. 2-1, 3.43 ERA. He has been better at home this season, but he's made a couple starts recently where he's been good. He has given up 1 run in his last 3 starts combined. Not going much distance, but you know what? Zeros are zeros, so I guess you'll take that. For Martinez, though, he has been very good at home. A 2.73 ERA, but he did give up 5 earned in his last start against the Cubs. He has given up 8 earned in his last 2 starts combined, so he has been a bit vulnerable recently. I'll go Arizona in this game. I do think some wins mean more than others in a regular season, and that sweep against Atlanta was huge as far as I'm concerned. I'll back Arizona. I like what I've seen from them recently. I think they might be on the verge of another hot streak. Give me Arizona in this matchup.
Yeah, I like the over. And to be honest, my numbers made the Reds a minus 120 favorite, so getting plus 102 right now. Maybe a small little pizza bet on the home dog. I think both offenses, I think in a hitter-friendly ballpark, obviously the total is high for a reason. What a comeback also, too, by the Snakes yesterday. I thought they were dead in the water, but that comeback was very good. And I agree. I think some wins mean a lot, especially here in June in the dog days of summer. So, I think both pitchers has been good, but in a hitter-friendly ballpark, Nelson has struggled a little bit with consistency a little bit. So hitter-friendly ballpark environment, I think both pitchers are vulnerable. I don't think Nick Martinez has been that good either. So I think we see a high-scoring game. I like the over much more. My total came out to 9.9, much more than the Reds, but lean Reds, but I like the over a little more.
Yeah, I can get behind the over with that one as well. Moving on to the Astros against the Guardians. For this one, you have Brown against Williams. Houston's minus 135. You have Cleveland at plus 115. For the over-under, I see the line being set at 7.5 or even 7 in a spot, but mostly 7.5. Brown's been great this season. He is 8-3 with a 1.83 ERA. He gave up 1 run in his last 2 starts combined, so that's pretty on brand for in the season. Williams, though, has been fine. 3.79 ERA, been better at home. The issue is he does let guys get on base. Gave up no runs in his last start, so we'll see if he is able to replicate that in this one. I like Houston for this game. I think Brown blindly should be like minus 150 in every game he pitches because he's that good. And Williams I'm not sold on because he walks guys, gives up some contact. The pitch count gets high very quickly. Not as big of a fan of him as other people. Give me Brown and the Astros at minus 135.
Yeah, I'm surprised at this number, minus 135. My total, my lines made Astros a minus 155 favorite, so I think he's been brilliant this year. So while Gavin Williams, I think he's a promising young pitcher, but he's still a little inconsistent as well. So yeah, I'm going to take the minus 135, and I do think the offense is starting to heat up a little bit for the Astros as well. They are winners of 3 of their last 5. I think they have the experience here. I know they struggle on the road, but Guardians, they're scrappy, but I think they're going to struggle to keep up, especially early on the first few times through the lineup. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Astros here, minus 135. I'm going to stay away from the total, though. I think 7.5 is spot on.
Yeah, that feels pretty right to me, too. Moving on to the next game, Marlins against the Rays. For this one, you have Weathers against Bradley. Tampa 5 over. Been absolutely surging lately. Marlins, though, got swept by the Rockies. They lost the opener to Tampa. This team sucks. Weather, though, has been pretty good. 2.49 ERA. Bradley has not exactly been great this season. 3.95 ERA, but he has been better lately. He has allowed less than 3 earned in 3 straight starts. So he has been good lately. For the over-under in this game, I see it being set at about... Sorry, trying to find it right now. I see I see 9 as the total here. So I guess the wind's going to be blowing out there in the Steinbrenner Field. But point is, based on the actual forms of both pitchers, I got to go under in this game. Miami can't hit. We know this. Tampa's been better recently offensively. But I think Weathers has been fine. I get the wind could play a factor, but Bradley's been great. No guarantee Miami does anything in this game. I don't mind Tampa maybe on the run line because they've been rolling and Miami stinks, but Miami couldn't even score much against the Rockies. Like, they might drag the total to them by themselves. Give me Tampa winning this game like 6-2.
Yeah, I like the under 9. I think the number 9 is extremely high. My total came out to 8.4. Yeah, I was just looking at the winds while you were talking. It's about 10 miles an hour towards center field blowing out. So I understand. But if you look at Tampa Bay, 23-14 towards the under at home. So they're really not a over team to begin with. And you mentioned it, 4 runs. They haven't scored more than 5 runs all week, Tampa Bay. Yes, they are the much better team and they're the hotter team right now, but both teams can't score. And I feel bad for Ryan Weathers. I actually think he's pretty good. He just plays for a stinky organization. So I think Tampa Bay wins. I don't want to lay the minus 155. My lines only made him a minus 145 favorite. So I think my lines are just respecting Ryan Weathers a little bit here. But yeah, 2 bad offenses who I don't really think are going to be a high scoring game. So yeah, under 9, total seems too high.
Yeah, I think once again, I agree about the total. You can argue maybe one team breaks through, but I'll dare Miami to do anything with a total of 9.
Are we like total guys today?
I feels like it.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is you have a lot of home teams that are laying big juice, and you have to wonder if you want to take the run line or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say Tampa run line. I don't mind either. That's a plus 125.
I said San Francisco run line too.
Yeah, so we're not all totals, but it's been, in my opinion, a pretty interesting market for high totals up to this point. Moving on to the Royals game against the White Sox. You have Waka going up against Hauser. Hauser has been really good. They called him off the street, and he's been great. A 1-1, 1.47 ERA. Waka 3-4, 2.88 ERA. Kansas City's minus 160. White Sox are plus 135, and the over/under in this game is set at about 8 again. Yeah, I like the under, but I actually don't mind the White Sox. I'll take a spin with them. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. Hauser's been good, ground ball pitcher. Kansas City has not been that great on the road. The White Sox, though, have been decent at home. Same record, home and road, for the Royals' road numbers compared to the White Sox. They're both 14-17. But the point is, I do think the White Sox have been feisty lately. And Kansas City laying 160, I'm not really interested in that. So I'll go with the White Sox, but I like the under 8 as well.
Did you hear about the White Sox not giving this team to his son with Randolph or whatever? Did you hear about that?
I do not, but I think Reinsdorf is a terrible human being.
Terrible. So. What he's doing with the Bulls too is just terrible. But this is where you want to back the White Sox. I think at home they're serviceable. I don't want to say they're good, but they're serviceable. And I think against Michael Walker, I think this is, especially early on, first 5. So I do like White Sox here, first 5. They have been good the last few games as well. And I know they struggle to score runs, but that's on the road. At home, I think they're able to score some runs here. Royals, they do struggle on the road. They're 14-17. They're only playing about 500 baseball right now. So I kind of I hate to say it again, but I see 8.5 at minus 130. I kind of lean under as well. My total came out to 8.1. I think Adrian Hauser actually has been really good coming off the street. So, yeah, I'll take the White Sox first 5 plus a half, and I also like the under 8.5.
Yep. So I agree with you there. Moving on to the Red Sox and the Yankees. You have Crochet going up against Yarborough. A minus 110 apiece, and for the over-under in this game, I see the line being set at 8 once again. Yarborough's actually been decent since joining the rotation. Yeah. Crochet, we know, is really good. Strikes out a ton of guys. ERA in the road's 1.69. He's allowed less than 3 earned runs in, I got to pull this up quickly, 7 straight starts. And he has had at least 11 strikeouts in back-to-back starts. He's been really good. Yarborough is more of a junk ball pitcher who gets by. Give me Red Sox first 5. I think Crochet is the better pitcher here. Red Sox offense has been good lately. The issue's been the bullpen. So I'll ignore the bullpens. Give me the Red Sox first 5.
I see 8.5 again. I hate to be repetitive, but 8.5 under. I like this under trend that we've been doing, but I agree with Boston, though. My line's been him a -114 favorite. We know how good Crochet's been racking up the strikeouts. He's limiting damage. And honestly, I thought Yarbrough pitched really good on Sunday Night
He
Baseball.
did.
I thought it was probably one of his best performances of the year. And I just think through the first few times through the lineups, I do think Garrett Crochet and the Red Sox, I know they're not playing the best baseball, 3-7 in the last 10, but they do have the advantage with the pitching. Offense is always dangerous. I know how good the Yankees are at home, but I think it should be a really close, low-scoring game. I give the slight edge to Boston early on, so I love your Boston first 5 play, but I don't know. I probably think a 4-2, 3-1 type of game. I'm going to take the under 8.5 here.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you there, but I prefer the first 5, just
Yeah.
money line. I'll just go with Crochet against Yarbrough. But he was very good against the Dodgers in that last outing. Moving on to the next game, you have the Padres against the Brewers. Now, for this one, we know San Diego has been kind of up and down lately, not great. Milwaukee, though, has been good. You have Quintana against Kolek. You have -115 for Milwaukee. You have -105 for San Diego. The over-under in this game is set at 8.5 or 8. Quintana is having a very good season, 4-1, 2.77 ERA. Really bad at home, though. He has a 5.91 ERA at home. He was injured, missed a month, came back and pitched pretty well against Philly. 5 innings, 2 runs. He did walk 4 guys, but the point is he made 1 start since coming back, and he was fine. Kolek, though, has been pretty good. 3-1, 3.47 ERA, a 1.04 ERA on the road. Gave up no runs against the Giants in his last start. Before that, though, he was quite bad in 3 straight. I'm really torn on this one because I think Quintana will pitch well, but I don't think he's going to go much distance. I might make an argument for San Diego, but I'm definitely not going to bet this game. I have no interest at all, but I'll go San Diego to be different.
Yeah, I thought this was one of the harder games to handicap because I think it's a coin flip. Credit to you, Colin, how good we just got breaking news. Diamondbacks Corbin Burns out for the season, Tommy John.
Yeah, I saw that before. I'm not surprised because he immediately shook to the trainers when he was leaving the field. So, yeah, he's done.
Wow, that sucks. You invest so much in a guy that is going to be your number one, and now he's out. And
your pitching staff kind of sucked anyway.
They have to be buyers, right?
Depends how you look at it. It depends if they go on a run for the next month or two, because you make the argument that Burns is the perfect reason why they should sell. But on the other hand, you could argue that if Arizona pieces it together, then maybe they'll buy and try to patch together the rotation and the bullpen. It's a very interesting time period for Arizona, because if you're looking for a reason to blow it up, you found your reason. So we'll see how they do in the next couple weeks.
Wow. Sorry to go off the rails a little bit, but I just saw that. But yeah, I thought this game was hard to handicap because I think it's a coin flip. Credit to you. You know, you were talking about how good the Brewers were about a week ago, and I was like, I got to see it a little more. No, 9-1. They're one of the hottest teams right now, and I think Quintana has been a little more reliable. I think during this winning streak, the bullpen has been a little better too for the Brewers as well, and I know they have some upside the Padres offense, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen Clark. I think he's good, but I think the Brewers are the right side. My numbers made him a -120 favorite, -115. I'm probably not going to bet it, but I would take the Brewers here at home. Should be a really close game. I kind of like the over 8. My total came out to 8.6, so I think we could see some runs here. But yeah, I'll take the Brewers here. I think they keep it rolling.
Yeah, I can get behind what you said about the over, though. Quintana's only made 1 outing in the last month, so it might be in trouble. San Diego, though, has been bad offensively, but they're also in San Francisco, which makes sense. So we'll see how they look in this one. That's no longer named Miller Park, but it is to me. Moving on to the next game. You have the Mariners against the Angels. Now, for this one, you have Castillo going up against Kachanowicz. You have the Mariners at -165. You have the Angels at +140. Castillo's been good. 4-3, 3.03 ERA, been worse on the road, but he has allowed 4 runs in his last 4 starts combined. So he's been shoving lately. Kachanowicz, I don't think he's any good. He's been better at home, though. He's given up 4 earned in each of the last 3 starts. Problem is the Mariners right now stink, and they're falling apart. So we'll see if they can figure it out. For this one, though, I'll trust the Mariners. I'll probably trust them early. Give me the Mariners first 5 -0.5 a run. I'm very anti-Kachanowicz. I think Castillo's solid. Seattle might invent a way to blow this game, but I'll back Seattle early in this game with Castillo pitching. Give me Seattle first 5 minus half a run.
Yeah, I think that's a smart way to play it. I know both teams struggling right now, but I do think Castillo has been a little better than from how do you pronounce his name?
Kachanowicz?
Kachanowicz.
I might be pronouncing that wrong, but it's the easiest way for me to
No,
pronounce
much
it.
better than me. So, yeah. So I know Angels offense has struggled. And so has Seattle. I mean, getting swept was a bad look. Under 9, I like though. My total came out to 8.8. I think we see a lower scoring game, especially maybe in that first 5. So I like your play though. I think that's the safest way to play. Mariners first 5. I think they do have the edge with Castillo early on.
Yep. Moving on to the next game, you have the Mets taking on the Rockies. You have Holmes against Palmquist. The Mets are minus 275. Rockies are plus 225. For the over/under, I see 11. Now, Palmquist has been really bad, but so is the entire Rockies team, so he fits right in. He's 0-4, 8.5 ERA. Holmes, though, has been good, 6-3, 3.07 ERA. Last start, he was good against the Rockies. That was in Citi Field. We'll see how they do against them the second time around. For this game, though, I like the over in this one. Rockies just saw him. I think they'll look better against Holmes, but Palmquist is terrible. So I'll go with the over in this game at 11. Think the Mets might end up scoring maybe 8 or 9 in this game. It wouldn't shock me. But for the matchup itself, total feels kind of low to me. I'll go with the over, but I think the Mets win comfortably. The issue is the run line is not even bettable anymore in road games against the Rockies. So the Mets on the run line are minus 192. It's either Mets minus 2.5 or you're going with some overs or unders, but give me the over in the game. I'll see runs in this.
To answer McKill, I saw your thing. He asked twice, what did I think about Paul Blackburn? I thought it was good. I thought he pitched pretty well against the Dodgers. He didn't go too long, but 5 shutout innings. He only gave up 3 hits. Only one batter walk. So thought he pitched good. I appreciate and I respect his honesty. They asked him after the game, like, where do you fit in this rotation? And to be honest, he's probably right. He's probably going to be a bullpen guy, I think, moving forward. With getting Sean Manaea back, with the way David Peterson and Clay Holmes has been pitching, I just don't see him having a spot in the rotation. So I like what he did against a really good lineup in the Dodgers on the road. So that was good. But, our bullpen could always use an extra arm. So I think it was a very realistic answer from Paul Blackburn. But as for this game, I would agree. I mean, it's just a fade from Palmquist right now. I think Clay Holmes actually has been really good for the Mets. And I think the offense should have no trouble scoring at Coors Field. My total came out to 11.4. I see 10.5 at minus 130. If you can still find a 10.5, I like that over as well. And I think they could get it. If you don't really trust the Rockies to score and help get this over the total, maybe you want to take the team total over for the Mets, maybe 5.5, 6. Think they could get 6.
It'll be higher than that.
Yeah, so
it'll probably be like 6.5 or like 7.5 because it's 11 and they're minus 275.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, minus 1.5 is not even playable against the Rockies anymore, which stinks. But yeah, I expect a high scoring game. I think Mets win comfortably here. But yeah, that is the way I play it.
Yep. Moving on to the last game, you have the Orioles against the A's. Don't look now, though. Baltimore actually playing some decent baseball lately. You have Morton against Severino. For this one, I believe we have no lines on the game. We do not. So, over. I'll let you go. But, I mean, you got Morton in this ballpark against Severino, who's been pretty bad in this ballpark. I think Severino's been a lot better on the road than at home so far this season. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, he's been really bad at home. A 6.99 ERA. 8 earned against the Twins. Last started home. Yeah, the A's, by the way, have lost each of Severino's last 5 starts.
Terrible.
Baltimore money line. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but you know what? They swept Seattle. They look actually competent for once. Good enough for me. Give me Baltimore in the over.
Yeah, I like Baltimore. My numbers made them a minus 110 favorite. I hope the A's are favored. I don't know if they will be at home, but whatever the total is, keep betting it. I think we just got to keep betting them. Orioles, they have the momentum right now. I don't know if they'll make a serious run or the playoffs or anything, but the offense has been really good recently. But the over 21-11 at home for Sacramento. So Severino, you mentioned what he's have over a 7 ERA at home. No, that was Uncle Charlie. He has over a 7 ERA.
It's 6.99, but it's the same thing.
Basically, they both have over a 7 ERA. Yeah, I like the Orioles as well. I think they keep it rolling, and yeah, got to get the over. I hope they give us like a 10.5.
Yep. Yeah, before I get into the actual lock and dog plays for the show, because those were all the games for the card on Saturday, reminder they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is Circa, because they have the Ultimate Fantasy Book giveaway, which is still going on. You can enter for the Ultimate Fantasy Book experience for a 12-person league to draft in Vegas and Patriotic VIPs for your stay. Get a limo ride from the airport. You ever been in a limo before?
Where?
You ever been in a limo before?
In a limo, yeah, to prom one time. I think they're overrated.
To prom, nice. Yeah.
Why did that surprise you?
No, because that sounds right. You know, like I'm trying to think of how my prom went, and I remember my school canceled it.
What?
So we formed our own prom. We formed the breakaway prom, and we got like a party bus instead.
That's sick.
So we didn't really do a limo.
Why'd they cancel it?
Trying to remember. Somebody
Delinquents in your school.
No, it was like somebody like passed away or something, and they had to cancel it for some. I don't really remember, but we ended up forming a breakaway prom. So we had a party bus. We didn't actually have a limo for that. I took a limo to the strip club one time.
So it's funny. So
it was a Hummer stretch, and there were like 4 people, and it was a Hummer stretch.
Remember when Hummers used to be cool, like back when we were younger?
They still are cool. I don't care. I love Hummers. 9.5 miles to the gallon. I'm in.
Oh my god! I had big posters on your
yes,
room.
Of course.
I had a Hummer poster. A yellow one.
It's always the yellow Hummer.
It's always the
yellow Hummer. 100%.
Oh, holy shit!
My mom had a Hummer for a couple years.
Did you ever ride it?
Yeah, if we ever got into an accident, that was their problem because we were fine. We're in a Hummer. There's extra reason for them to be careful. We're fine.
Oh my god!
You're towering over everyone on the road.
Did you ever go to like we had like a senior trip for high school? Did you have like a senior trip?
Yes, we did. We went to Disney World and Universal.
Holy shit. We just took like a ferry along the Statue of Liberty, and I thought that was so stupid. And I was like, I'm not paying this. So me and my 3 buddies, we went to a strip club, and that's the first time, Scott. Thank God my girlfriend doesn't listen to this. This is the first time.
Before she was around anyway. It
was the first time I fell in love. I'm sitting here.
Oh, you're one of those?
I swear to God, I thought she was gonna come home with me, and she's like, "Oh, you're so cute." No.
So you were 18 at the time, or you snuck in underage?
No, 7. I graduated when I was 17, and I would have turned 18 in July, so they just let me in.
Okay, that's nice of the club.
Yeah,
it was nice of them.
They're not open anymore for obvious reasons,
potentially different reasons. Who knows? But either way, shout out to the club that no longer exists for letting you in. But point is, I've been in a limo a couple of times, not many. It's overrated, as you said before.
Yeah,
but it was one of those like when you go to Vegas, they try to promote the club. So you can get some type of like limo partnership thing where you don't actually pay for the limo and they just give it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure. So I just went in a limo with like 3 people. I'm like, this is kind of fun. I could say I was in a limo. That was
Did they give you drinks?
The drinks, no. The drinks you had to pay for. That was kind of the trade-off.
Yeah.
But I took advantage of the limo.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's a Hummer stretch, so why not?
You're a big Hummer guy.
A Hummer is my mom's favorite car. She always used to lease cars like once every couple years, so she went through an assortment. The Hummer was always my favorite. I love the Hummer. It was like being in a monster truck. It was great. It was a good time.
Oh, man. They need to bring the Hummer back.
Did they go away?
Yeah, they had to.
They're so anti-environment that they just got canceled. Is that what happened?
They got canceled, yeah. But there's Cybertrucks out there, right?
The Cybertrucks, I'm assuming, are better mileage, but they look significantly worse.
Yeah.
Cybertrucks look ridiculously dumb.
They're stupid, especially in the city. Like, what do you
even if they're even if they drive well, it's the dumbest design of a car I've probably ever seen. It's like a Tetris piece.
They need to bring back Hummers. I'm pro Hummer.
I'm in for the Hummer.
Yeah.
It's a good car. Yeah, anyway, point is, though, for the read, if you want to be in a limo, whether it's a Hummer or not, you can get it from the airport, 5K tab, 4 stadium swim, a lot of cream sodas for Dylan over there, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. You could also get a nice discount for all the Circa properties, 15% off everything on the Circa properties with the pro code SGP15. Enter the contest, though, for free at sportsgamblingcom/Circa, sportsgamblingcom/CIRCA. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, because you've heard us talk about Rhythm before, and they just dropped the game changing feature called Power Trends. They are AI detected patterns where those models will help you consistently win, and they have a high ROI. Try it out every single day. They're updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data back picks. When you download the Rhythm app, check out the Power Trends and start betting today. Start betting smarter because you know they will be doing so. Try it out for free for a week, though. It's 7-day free trial. Go to sportsgamebox.com/RITHMM. We're also brought to you by MyBookie because MyBookie.ag is plays every sport. They have the NBA playoffs. They have the NHL playoffs. They have baseball. They have UFC. They have tennis. You name it, they're available at a ton of locations. Use crypto for Lightning Fast payouts. Use a deposit when you sign up, though. For a new account, use the promo code SGPN. You get a 1% match up to 1K. Terms and conditions to MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through all the games on the Saturday card. Time to move on into the lock and dog picks. Dylan, I'll let you go first. What's going to be your lock and dog for the show?
Yeah, so let's stay on brand. I'll go with my dog first. I think just the money we're getting here at home in San Francisco on the run line with Logan Webb, plus 130, I got to take that. Braves inconsistent to score runs right now. I'm not a fan of Bryce Elder, and I think Logan Webb is going to shove and really shut this team down. So, yeah, I'll take the Giants on the run line here, plus 130 as my dog. As my lock, a lot of totals to choose from. I guess I got to go with that Philly and Pirates game. I do think the value is with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I just worry if they're able to score any runs to give Andrew Heaney a shot to win this game. But you know, both of them, Ranger Suarez and Andrew Heaney, have been good. And I think the first 5 under is good, but under 8.5. I like that. So that's going to be my lock. 2 good pitchers and 2 offenses that are really struggling right now.
Yeah, so for my lock, I think I am going to go back to 2 offenses that have been bad lately. Just checking to quickly see what the wind is going to be. Yeah, it's fine. Give me the under, 8.5 in that Phillies and Pirates game. Pirates can hit, tied for dead last in runs per game. Philly's been a mess lately too, and Harper's still banged up. Suarez has been great, and Heaney's been fine. So I think the total's a bit high at 8.5. Give me the under for that as my lock. You can find that at minus 115 at the moment on Caesars. For my dog in this one, thought about the Giants' run line as well, but I'll switch it up a little bit. Wondering if I want to go for anything with the White Sox, maybe, or if I want to go for anything a bit bolder for this matchup. Do I want to go with Seattle minus 1.5? I don't know if I actually do. I thought about the Padres as well, but you know what? I'll actually go for it, even though DeGrom's pitching, and he has been good lately. Texas, based on current form on the road, should not be laying minus 180. That's outrageous. Give me the Nationals money line at plus 152. DeGrom's been good, not striking out nearly as many guys, so we'll see if maybe his arm is battling some fatigue. We'll see. But the Rangers invent ways to lose games, and the Nationals are feisty. Give me Washington money line at plus 152 as my dog. I see a home run request from McCall. You want to do home runs, or are you abstaining?
I mean, I graduated from home run, so that's all on you. You're good.
Okay. For my home run play, do I want to go with Cal Raleigh and just go extremely chalky? Because
Bumper.
I know, he had another one yesterday. Kachanowicz has been a little bit better recently at allowing home runs. I'm not going to go to the Rockies and Mets game. That's a little bit too cheap based on what the pricing should be for those guys. Sorry, just looking around here if I find anything that's tempting. Fetty's been okay. Has he given up home runs recently? Sorry, trying to find somebody to go with here. Fetty's given up some, actually. So maybe a Dodger can actually do some damage against him. Freeman has no home runs. Teoscar has 2. You know what? I'll actually go for that. Give me Teoscar Hernandez. I did a home run against Fetty. Been good a lifetime. He's got power. I think it's a good spot for him. I'll fade Fetty in this one. And that's going to wrap it up for the show. We'll be back once again on Sunday to break down the Monday games. Find me on Twitter at Rich Radio. Find me on Twitter at Rock with 2Ks24. Till next